This is Brooklyn Smith, and today I'm going to be talking about data collection and how I use data in the classroom to inform my teaching practices. So, Robillard and Hughes in their textbook discuss a lot of ways that you can collect data and use data, and there's actually several examples from the text that I use on a regular basis. And so I use several databases in my classroom to store information on students. We use one program called Viewpoint that allows you to see student demographic and background information and all kinds of personal information on students, as well as previous test scores and current levels. And that's a really helpful program, especially coming into a new school, and allows you to kind of see student data and you can kind of get to know the students a little bit better from that. And then I also use a different program for storing grades and student assignments and that kind of thing. And then we are using Google Classroom this year as kind of our main format, which also allows us to collect data. And there's a lot of different ways that I use data in the classroom. So I will often collect qualitative data from students, so kind of short responses. For example, this week was the first week of school, and so I did a lot of kind of beginning of the year inventories and just collected information on students about their learning styles and preferences. And so I'll use that data to inform my knowledge of students going forward. And then obviously I use assessment data to inform teaching practices going forward. So assessments can show me how much students learned or how much they've mastered the content. And from quizzes or things like that, I can look at data and realize that students maybe need to be retaught a concept or they've mastered the concept. I don't use data a lot with my students or haven't taught them how to collect data as much. I teach 7th grade English, and so they're in middle school and not really using a lot of data collection programs right now. And then also in English, we don't work with a lot of data for students. They're really familiar with Google Classroom and all different types of Google, and so we do use spreadsheets for different activities, but as far as data collection, we don't do a lot with students. So that is my information on data collection.